In this video, we're going to be talking about what an acquired brain injury is. This image is a great image. I got it from the Brain Injury Association of America. It's one I use often with patients to help describe the difference between a traumatic brain injury, which is what most people think of when they think of concussion, to a non-traumatic brain injury, where the same thing is happening to the brain, it's just from a different cause. So the first thing that we want to talk about is a traumatic brain injury. So, like typically your head gets hit or your neck gets hit or you get a whiplash injury, your brain sloshes around a little bit in there, and the neurons can stretch or twist, causing damage. That creates inflammation. Inflammation creates symptoms, and those symptoms can last short period of time, long period of time. It could be for a relatively extended period of time. A non-traumatic brain injury is a little more difficult because those can happen slowly over time and get worse. Those can happen with an infection like with COVID and continue to get worse, or they can happen with an infection like COVID and then just stay at a certain plateau and just continue on for a really long time. It gets pretty obnoxious because you no longer improve. You just think that this is just what I have to deal with now. The idea is, though, if we can isolate the area of this inflammatory process that's going on, then we can target that inflammatory process using either some lifestyle changes, some dietary changes, or by directly targeting that inflammation that's associated with these acquired brain injuries. So when you're thinking of symptoms that you're getting post-COVID, think of it as a very low level, non-traumatic brain injury that can be focal. So if you only have like one or two symptoms, it could be focal to one area, or it can be diffuse, which means you'll have a lot of symptoms coming from a bunch of different areas of the brain that may or may not seem unrelated. And what we're looking for is how do all of those symptoms come together, and can we point at a couple of different areas that might be within the same circuit or within the same system?